Well, sir, that's one view of Adak, Alaska. Of course, there are a lot of different ways you can look at this rock of the Aleutian Island chain. And quite honestly, most of us do remember just the wind, the snow, and the rotten weather. But there are other things to be remembered, too. Take, for example, tundra stomping, or picture taking, or going to your favorite club and discovering that your ship hasn't come in. The ship that was carrying your beer, that is. Kind of makes you think, wow, my day is shot. It's all over for me. I'm ruined forever. But that's the way it goes sometime. It happened just like that to this guy.
Got your old midnight cowboy on the line. Anybody got a copy on me out there? Come on back. Well, I ran into a smoking haze gray wrapper today. Outran him to Clearfinger Bay. But he got me anyway. I'm probably going to be the devil to pay. Darn stopwatch speed traps anyway. Ain't nobody got a copy out there on me. Come on by. It's mighty peaceful on the circuit tonight, I see. Mighty peaceful. Yeah. Took my wife to the tundra a while back. Oh, I found a spot too, way off the beaten track. And I'm in trouble. Can you feature that? I didn't know she'd find her way back. She did. She sure swings a mean rat. Tree Bear, you got a copy on me. Come on by. You're always on the line. Yeah, just ain't nobody there. Yeah, I thought I'd stop at the club and have me some cheer. Place still looks the same. Of course it should after about a year. Would you believe it? They ran out of beer. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Life sure gets teaches. Breaker 19, it's your old midnight cowboy on the line. Ain't nobody wearing his ears out there tonight. Come on by.
Yes, indeed. There's Citizens Band Radio on Adak, too, just like every place else. And the CB has added a great deal of truck-driving lexicon to our island. Why, it's nothing at all to hear people use their 10 signals in daily conversation. And negatory, wow, that's a big word up here. It's usually used when you ask somebody to loan you a large sum of money, like a dime or a nickel, or you ask a certain favor off a certain female friend. But there is friendship, and then there are those raggedy old Adak cars. You know the kind, held together with baling wire, bubble gum, Bondo, hope, and a prayer. Give you an idea, here's what we mean. Me and Midnight Cowboy was on this mountaintop, you see. What we was doing up there was taking some pictures of the Bering Sea. Well, then we got back in this Adak car, and we started back home. That's when we discovered it. Our brakes were gone. I clutched down on that steering wheel. We was doing 40 per. Twisting, diving, digging in, and going through them curves while throwing dirt behind us and bouncing around on worn-out springs. I swear that raggedy VW was about to grow some wings. I looked over at Midnight Cowboy. His face was full of froth. And he said to me through gritted teeth, "You're about to kill us both." We was coming to a hairpin curve, and I had to take a chance. The cowboy got a funny look, and he said, "I think I messed my pants." Then we saw the twirling of a big gray truck's lights, and we knew that old security finally joined the flight. Those gray bars in that pickup truck was hanging in for sure, and our speedometer said we was doing 90 per. Old Mario Andretti would have sure been proud of me. The way I kept that Adak car from swimming in the Bering Sea. Then the oil light came on brightly, burning nice and red. Doing 90 miles per hour, just wishing I was dead. Smokey's siren was screaming, and he was just flashing his lights. He stayed right on our tail all right, all through that wild flight. Them gray bears in that pickup truck was hanging in for sure, and I figured we was doing about 90 per. Old Mario Andretti would have sure been proud of me. The way I kept that Adak car from swimming in the Bering Sea, and that oil light came on brightly, burning nice and red. Good Lord, cowboy, look at there. They got a roadblock up ahead. Oh, no. What they trying to do? Oh, mercy, think I'm going to take up Tundra Stomp. For all you outdoorsmen out there, what could beat a caribou hunt? Or maybe a trip out to Finger Bay when the salmon are running? It's great. Well, that is, it could be great, but there's one other aspect of Adak life that we haven't mentioned so far, and that one aspect is the eagle. Now, eagles abound on Adak, and like it or not, the Navy population feeds them one way or another. Thought I'd try my luck at salmon out there at Finger Bay, so I went and bought a $10 pole and line and lure one day. I was out there on that creek bed catching fish and having a ball, and that dadgum eagle swooped down and took my pole and all. I stood there in them mud flats, turning the air real blue, with words about baldy eagles and who was going to get who. So I jumped in my old four-wheel drive and fired that sucker up. Ain't no feather-brained old eagle bird gonna outrun this here truck. Screaming up them hills, and my tires just slinging mud, hitting ruts and bouncing bad and trying to avoid the crud. Past old Aleutian cannery and the ruins left from the war. That old eagle kept getting smaller, so I put the pedal to the floor. Went roaring past that dumping place, cursing that there bird, and screamed past the boat basin like a swift-run caribou herd. That bird kept getting smaller, no matter how I tried. And I didn't see that old gray truck with security on the side. Sitting on the side, and the man in blue is here. And that eagle and my old fishing pole are gone from here next year. But I made myself a promise. Next time I get the urge, I ain't gonna buy no fishing pole, 'cause fishing's for the birds. Dadgummed eagle, there ain't no justice in this world at all. What would a trip to Adak Island be like without at least a brief mention of the Adak Stair? It's common up here, and it's unique. You see it all the time. Actually, with only a little effort on your part, you could get it down to a fine art and amaze your friends at parties. They'll marvel at how zombie-like you become. Here's how you do it. Pick an object. It can be anything, say a rock of gravel. First you stare at it. Then you stare through it, about 7,000 miles through it to be exact. That's the first part of the stare. Now the big trick is to pretend that you can actually see something out there, like a bar or a tree or a whole street full of junk food restaurants. Well, anyway, after you've managed to stare that way for about 3 hours without moving, you'll have it down, the Adak Stair, and people all around you will say, "He's nuts." But that's what it's like here on Adak Island. Okay, now, Rodney, hit it. A 1 and a 2 and... Oh, that's party. That's music onto my very ears. Last night I went to sleep on Adak Island, and I dreamed about a warmer place than here. First I dreamed about Atlanta, then I dreamed about Miami, and I woke up just screaming, and they heard me loud and clear. That's what I said. I wasn't jiving neither. Hit it, Rodney. I rode me a Reeves plane out to Adak Island. And after all of these months, I find I am losing my mind. So I'm going to take my foolish pride. I am going to catch an Anchorage-bound bird and ride back to the good life and the cities and the trees I left behind. You know, the Navy sent me here to Adak Island, and the orders said that I'd be here a year. So during the day, I count the months, and during the night, I just get drunk. And just like Richard Nixon, I want to make this perfectly clear. Yes, you have told it correctly. Oh, that is a big 10-4. Play it, Rodney.